fast we've just stagnated despite everything being. Guys, I'm just gonna yeah, Hunter's here, so it might be a bit noisy, but so I'm gonna start recording this now, and okay, Hunter. Tonight we are going over a limiting belief worksheet, and basically I'm just going to run Manda for it, and we'll have the questions up on the screen here, but I'm basically going to run Manda. You bring the ice cream shop here, buddy.
Oh, it's not a real ice cream shop.
Yeah, no,
Wait, no, this is a game.
I'll take some.
Okay, I'll come over there. Okay.
Hunter loves ice cream.
Yeah.
So do I.
Cool. I'm going to the ice cream shop now.
I'm with you, Hunter. I'm with you.
Cool.
Ice cream? What flavour, Hunter?
What flavour is it? Yeah.
Go on, Osha.
No, it's not for you apparently. Cool. All right. So, yeah. All right, we'll go with the screen share. So, sweet. Cool. All right. So yeah, last night obviously we confronted our deepest fears, our obstacle that we have to overcome. Thank you, buddy. And tonight we're going to sort of go through how to basically overcome or find our limiting beliefs around. Thank you. Around a situation. So basically, I'm going to take Amanda through this questionnaire. You guys all have this in your Google Drive, so you can either follow along, write the questions down, and then either go through it with your accountability partner, or if you want to, you can go with it through it with me and Amanda, and yeah, or just someone who's close to you. Cool. All right. So all right, Amanda. So what I want you to do is think about something that you got a situation in your life right now, something that is a struggle or you want to overcome, essentially. And what I want you to do is just think about that, and we're going to go through these questions. I just want you to answer them as truthfully as possible in the best way that you possibly can. Cool?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So and obviously answer these questions and we'll just go through them as we go. So what is a challenge or limitation that has held you back for a while?
Well, I guess like one for me at the moment would be like not really enjoying like the career path that I'm on, but then not wanting to leave the safety of like the full-time job that's like safe, knowing that I've got like an income coming in each month with sick leave and annual leave and all that kind of a little bubble that kind of creates.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Cool. And in terms of that, like in terms of leaving that, obviously you almost answered the next question, but in terms of your career path and making that next step to go to something else, what is it you would like to do or have, except something is stopping you from getting it or doing it? So really think about what that something is.
So I guess like for me, so what we've sort of done for the last month, having to be sort of like forced to have to work like in this different kind of environment now, it's actually made me really realize that I really want to work from home. I want to have that sort of freedom to be able to like, you know, wake up when I want to, spend time with like my partner or walk the dogs, whatever it might be, you know, train before work or do something like that, and not sort of be tied to a desk. But yeah, I guess the biggest thing that's stopping me from kind of making that leap is a little bit of like, I don't know where to begin. Like I don't like know how to take that first step. But also like coming back to like what I said for question one is that whole like safety bubble of like, I know if I turn up Monday to Friday at my current role, I'm going to get paid this amount of money and I'm going to get like sick leave and annual leave and all that. So I guess, yeah, it's kind of like, I know what I sort of semi want, but I don't know how to get there. And I'm afraid to like jump and take that first step in case I like lose everything that I have.
Yep. So what is it that is really stopping you from getting what you want?
That's like a really good question. I think like I'd have to say it's like a bit me and a bit like maybe like not like that my parents brought me up in a wrong way, but like they're definitely like, you work hard in a job and you stay there and you work your way up the ladder kind of thing. So like even like a month or so ago, I mentioned to like my dad, like, oh, I'm thinking maybe I'll just like go out on my own and maybe start my own like legal sort of business. And he was like, no, you can't do that. You're like too young and yada, yada, yada. So like, I think it's kind of like those family values of like my parents in their day and age, you know, you got a job and you worked hard and you stayed there and you like dedicated your whole life to that and worked your way up kind of thing. So I think, yeah, because it's definitely not Chris. Like Chris is like pushing me to do like leave basically.
Yep. It's cool that he's really supportive, eh?
Yeah, it's actually really nice.
Yeah.
That is a huge just generational gap thing with parents.
Yeah.
It's a different world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've worked at like 5 different firms, and I'm a big believer that if something's not serving you, like don't feel afraid to like go and find something else that will. And my dad is just like so shocked that I could have like worked in my short career in 5 different places already. Like he's like, that's unbelievable. Because he's had one job, like no joke. He worked at one accounting firm, started there when he was like in uni and just like worked his way up, bought them out, and is now like a partner, and like that's his business and that's all he's done. So like my hat goes out to him. Like, you know, he came from a not so great like background, like not like kind of not even middle class, like I'd probably say a little bit like lower class kind of thing. And so he's worked really hard to get where he is, and I definitely like that about him, and that's like what I aspire to be. But yeah, he's definitely still all like, you dedicate your life to one firm and you work hard.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. So I guess in terms of all of that, like with all of that family pressure and that external pressure, this is a problem because why is this a problem?
I guess like for me, I kind of like, you know, like I want to make my parents like proud, so I don't want to like disappoint them. And I feel like sometimes I might not like overly tell them what I'm doing with my life, because I just would rather save myself the judgment, even though they are coming from like a caring place.
Yep. And this means
I mean, I guess like, you know, like my parents like brought me up and they've like provided me with a lot of like great things. Like, so it's important to me that I make them proud. But then I know that I've got to stand on my own 2 feet, because they're not going to be around forever. So I've got to make sure that, and I'm not going to be around forever. So I would hate to like stop myself doing something just so that I always made them proud and then I'm not happy, kind of thing.
yeah, cool. Yeah, that's really good. And what must you believe that makes this problem even exist? So in terms of like that question and going back to it, and in terms of it, like that the real problem is you really want to make your parents proud and you don't want to let them down.
Yeah.
What must you believe that makes this problem exist?
Believe. I don't know. I don't know if this like kind of even just relates back to like, I know we talk about like neurotyping a lot and stuff, and I don't know whether this kind of just like relates back to like me specifically in my neurotype, where I just want everybody to like me. So I'm always like trying to make everybody just like, I don't want to be that person. Like it's even the same at like work. I don't want to be that person that nobody likes. I don't want to be that person in the room that nobody wants to be around. I want to be that person that everybody likes, and to be the fun person and all that. So I think that probably stems from that a little bit. I'm always like, I don't know, there's probably something when I was a kid, to be honest. Probably got picked on or something, I don't know.
Yep, cool. And once again, like, what must you believe that makes this problem even exist?
Look, I sometimes I just don't think I am like good enough.
Yep.
To like do it. So like, even if I thought about, you know, going out and starting my own law firm, like there's just little things that I like think that I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough to do that.
Yep. Cool. And that basically leads into the next question. What is it you believe about yourself that has made this a problem?
Yeah, like I don't think I'm good enough like most of the time.
Yeah. Cool. And what do you believe about the world that has made this a problem? So external factors.
Yeah, like I guess like it comes down to a lot of like, I think a lot of successful people have a lot of like I don't want to say followers, but you know, like they've got a big crowd and they've got lots of friends and they've got lots of like people following them and doing their programs or buying from them and all that sort of stuff. Whereas I'm like, oh, I don't have that many friends, I don't have that many followers, so like I'm not successful because of that.
Okay, cool. So it's potentially you're not feeling successful because what you're seeing or believing is success is not what you currently have?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I guess I like pin success down to like, yeah, like
Yep.
big people, whereas I feel like a small fish in a big pond. Like a nobody almost.
Yep. Cool. And what is this a problem? What is this problem an example of?
Oh. What do you mean by that question?
So these questions basically, it's what it means to you.
Okay.
So I can't put words into your mouth.
Okay, right, okay. Well, I probably just think this is like, it's just an example of like me not being like the favorite or like popular, I guess. I feel like I'm really drawn back to like primary school.
Yeah. Cool. So, feeling popular. Cool. And what is this an example of?
I'm not really sure how to answer that one.
Yeah, cool. That's cool. And then when did you decide that your problem was a problem, like roughly?
I'd probably say like probably about a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah, like definitely like you know, I sort of started at my new firm and it was like really good for a while. And then I realized it was kind of like just the same stuff over and over again. So I think that was when I really decided, okay, this is obviously not working for you and you need to like, this isn't the life you want to live. And then it sort of like led me on that sort of garden path of trying to figure out what I wanted to do.
Where you want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. And at what point in your life did you buy into this concept of your thoughts and feelings being the problem that's holding you back?
Yeah. Like probably like primary school.
Yeah, cool.
I reckon. Maybe like grade 8. I reckon it would have been like, yeah, I reckon it would have been like transition from primary school to high school when you really sort of started to notice those sort of things.
Yeah, cool. And what decision did you make that caused the problem to be born?
Yeah, I guess like, I mean, yeah, to dig real deep, I guess, yeah, it kind of stems from like just stuff that happened at like high school, like in the early like days. You know, things that might have happened to me in like primary school and stuff that wouldn't have like ever affected me, but it was sort of almost like that growing up into adolescence. It was sort of like I started to care a little bit more about what people thought or what people, yeah, would say about me, which I don't believe that ever really was a problem in primary school, but that's because kids, I don't know.
Yeah.
And teenage girls can be awful.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's real crazy, eh? Like
Yeah.
high school and stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. Cool. And what does this problem mean to you?
Well, I guess, yeah, it's just kind of like stopping me from reaching like my full potential.
Yep.
So it's probably stopping me from, I could have probably started this life a year or two ago, but it's kind of meant that I've the process has slowed down, and it's
Yep. So in terms of this block that has been here for a while, it's quite potentially stopping you right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
I'd probably say too, like, ever since like we started working out from home, and this is going to sound real strange, but like, I don't know, like my digestion is so much better. I'm like nowhere near as stressed, like everything, I'm sleeping great. Like, I don't know, like it's like the whole world has shifted and my like life has kind of like just like lined up almost.
Yep. It's crazy, isn't it? Like almost the metaphysical stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's like you've removed all of that stress and now it's manifesting in the physical in terms of like you're a lot healthier mentally and it's showing a lot better physically.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I've gotten like like so much gains in the gym like the last 3 weeks than I would have gotten in like the last couple of months, just from not being stressed and just having the time to like properly train and do the right things.
Yeah, it's massive, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And what will life be like if you don't have this problem?
It will be like freedom.
Yeah.
I'll be able to live a life that I actually want to live.
Yeah, that's cool. Awesome, cool. So, like, in terms of all of this, like, that's basically what we've done is dive into where these problems, this obstacles coming from, this limiting belief. And I guess now that we've identified it and you understand that once you've removed it, like you've done it in a little way right now, like how much better you feel.
Yeah.
And I guess like the next step is like, you know that freedom's going to be there and you know you can live the life you want.
Yeah.
So what processes, what are you going to do to work on, to improve, to basically work through this limiting belief?
Yeah.
What can you do?
Like, I think, and I probably took like that first step today, in a sense, like I'm like, for Caroline and Lee, like I run like a networking group outside of this as well. And I've been like sort of like stopped at this sense because I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how to run this like online. Like, what am I supposed to do? And then today I just said, you know what, fuck it. You just need to like, just reach out to like people. Like, who cares what they think about you? Who cares what you look like on the video? Like, fuck it, like who cares? You just need to like do something about this, and you just stop like overthinking it. And I think I just like, yeah, fuck it, and just went with it and did it and sent this video out to like 20 girls, and like, 10 of them have already responded. And it's like, I need to like get over that sort of, oh, they're going to judge me, or they're going to like do this, or they're going to do that, because they're probably all sitting there doing the same thing. Like, oh, I really want to like, start this business. I want to do this. I want to do that, but I can't do that. Like, I couldn't put my video up and do all this. So yeah, I think sometimes.
What are you taking away from the world for you stopping yourself because of these limiting beliefs?
Well, they're not going to get like the great glow social experience, and they're not going to be able to like come out and hang out with like me and have fun. They're going to miss out on all of that. So
yeah,
I need to realize that like I've got something really cool, like a really cool idea, and the world needs to hear about it. And I need to get over the fact that people do not care. Like, people are not judging me, and there's going to be people that are, but then there's going to be like 20 people that are like, Amanda's so cool, like that's so cool that she did that, and I just need to like get over that sort of everybody needs to like me thing and just do it and deliver like what I have kind of thing.
Last night what we went over is like often I can't even remember, I keep forgetting this quote. I'll see it's it's on here. So basically it's in a short, we often suffer more in our minds than we do in reality.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going on right now in terms of, how do I find this one? Yeah, in terms of like, you're thinking that these people are thinking these external thoughts, and it's valid because it's been backed up through school, through high school, and then through your parents as well, trying to almost limit you and hold you back a little bit. And in terms of them, like probably just trying to protect you. But
Yes.
when you do it, how great do you feel, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And are those fears actually real? So
Yeah, well, not like it comes back to like our first event for Glow this year was like so like awesome, and that vibe, like that whole day, I was just like on cloud like 9, you know what I mean? Like I was just like, this is like the fucking happiest I've ever been. And all I did was hang out with like 25 ladies, and we trained for a little bit. We had a nutrition chat with Alicia and had some food, and then I went home. Like it was nothing special, but it was just so fucking awesome to like do something like that. And that's when I'm like, this is what you want to do, so you need to stop like fearing that.
okay, cool, buddy. Yeah, Thomas. Yeah. One thing that I picked up on your language there, Amanda, is like, and it's something that I've had to learn myself recently, is that you said it's not special because it's not this potentially the way it's like. I had the same thing with Hunter, you know, like where hold on, buddy. Yeah, where it was you know, all we did was go to the park, or we just went to his ice cream shop. You know, and I'm like, I said to someone that I was like, he was just so happy, and I was like, it's nothing special, but really it is, because that's life, isn't it? It's in the moment. And sometimes just accepting that the little things are the special things, I think, is really important.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's the vibe that I sort of got from like girls that have sort of, you know, responded to my video today. They're like, oh, awesome. Like, that's so great. I've been looking for a group that I can sort of meet up with weekly to discuss such and such. And, oh, I'd love to listen about this. And so to them, they're like, whoa, this is fucking cool. Whereas I'm more like, this isn't that special, like, whatever kind of thing. So you're right. Like, I need to change that concept and actually be like, no, you have something pretty cool here. And like,
fucking knows. It's fucking epic, and that's why I keep pushing you on like coming up with that clear vision of what it's actually going to do for people.
Yeah.
Because once you believe it, everyone else is going to start to believe it as well.
Yeah.
And that, I think, comes a little bit in believing in yourself. And that sort of comes through this worksheet. You know, it's like it's not going to be easy, but as we've always been saying, is like go where the fear is. You know. That's where you should go, and every time you do feel uncomfortable, just keep moving towards it. And because that's your internal compass saying like, okay, this is where you need to be. It's scary, and that's that level of change. But once you step over that line and you keep doing it, it's no longer the scary part. Because it's you've already done it enough times, which is pretty cool. No, that's awesome, mate. And I honestly think Glow's pretty fucking cool, eh? And you're exactly on trend with like, in terms of what's going on with female empowerment, and you're just such a good role model in that regards. And you know, you don't have to be this bloody Instagram model chick. You know, you just got to be a good person. You know?
Absolutely. And that's at the end of the day, I'm like, you know, I spent, and this is going to sound crazy, Caroline and Lee, you're probably going to laugh at me, but I spent like 3 hours on Sunday, I kid you not, like researching Instagram and how to get a good Instagram, how to get the followings, how do you do this, how do you do that, blah, blah, blah. And then I got to the end, I was like, I know no more than what I knew 3 hours ago. Like, this is a joke. Like, you'd go to one person's page and you're like, oh yeah, cool, they've got this many followers and blah, blah, blah. And then you go to like an almost identical page and they would have like 200 followers. And you're like, I just don't get it. Like, they look exactly the same. What's the difference? And I'm like, you're just never going to know.
A lot of Instagram is not real, because they could have a pod where it's like they might have 100 girls in a group that will comment on it, so they're tricking the algorithms anyway. But it's like, let's say the way Facebook and Instagram and all of that work is they work off extremes. So it's like right now, even you can see with the news and everything, like as soon as coronavirus hit, like everything's crazy. And it's like, it will always go, because they know for a fact that Instagram, they're going to get more engagement from negative stuff or things that are extreme. And so that's what Facebook and Instagram just push. You know, that's what we
Yeah.
see. So I think there's a really good article Tim Ferriss shared a while ago, and it's called 1,000 True Fans.
Yes.
And it's like you don't need 1 million followers. You just need 1,000 people who really, really engage with what you do. And you'll never have any worries ever again, about a business. You want to do some work with that? Yeah. Come on then. Just doing the work. Yeah, it's it's really cool, mate. And I think it's quite funny how this comes up and all of this, because it's what we've sort of been talking about for quite a while now in terms of just putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
And that was like with the Instagram thing the other day. I've been trying to figure out, because there is one thing where you basically, I got an Instagram course on Udemy, and it's you go around to like Instagram accounts that you like or have got a bigger following, and then you can sort of like see what they're doing and pretty much just model it, and it's almost guaranteed to work.
Yeah.
But I couldn't figure out how you record videos, and I figured that out the other day, and then I was like, oh, I'll record that Carlton video of that dancing.
Yes.
I'll put up my own one of just being a dick. And I was like, I can't hear you, Lee.
She's like, you look fucking ridiculous. That's
I do.
That was the best thing I've watched this week.
Yeah.
I was going to comment and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
It was the best.
And one thing I was trying to do is like trying to be a bit more of a real person, because like sometimes I'm super fucking logical. Like even on last night, it's like cool. It's like I can be so black and white. I can be so like stoic sometimes that it's like I forget that people are real. So I'm just trying to like do that a little bit more, and like people are engaging so much more. It's quite good. So
yeah, absolutely.
So it's like it's just be you. Don't try to be something you're not, because it's not going to work.
Yeah.
And you'll find like 1% of people are going to be an Instagram chick, but there's 99% of other real people out there. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a bigger market anyway. So
yeah.
Cool. Oh, from that sort of worksheet there, what did you get from that? What was your big takeaways?
Lee?
Oh no, sorry, Amanda.
No, you.
Oh, me?
You did it.
Sorry. Yeah, I think like just everything we've sort of discussed, and obviously you and I have touched on anyways previously before, is just just to be you and just to show up a bit more. Like I think that really sort of worked today with the video that I sent out. Like a couple people were all like, you know, thank you for like sharing that with us. Like kind of like, you know, I was just honest and a bit like, it's a bit shit, that glow can't happen right now. You know, I was really looking forward to everything we had planned for the year, and I think people really like appreciated that I was kind of just honest like about it and whatnot. So I think the biggest thing I need to just think about is just be me, just show up every day, and you know, people like I believe in glow. Like I know it's a really fucking great idea, and I know like my close group of friends like absolutely support it, and I just know that if I just keep working at it, it's just gonna like trickle down, and before you know it, everyone in Brisbane will be like glowing.
Yeah. Quick question on how you were sort of saying you're feeling a bit off like the last few days.
Yeah.
Was that when you were trying to be this other Instagram type person, or trying to figure out how to do that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I was like, right, well, don't have an Instagram following, so I've got to build that, but how do I do that? And you know, all this sort of stuff, and I was just like, fuck, man.
So
this is
essentially
shit.
you're just going completely away from who you actually are.
Yeah.
And then now you've centered back, you're feeling good.
Yeah.
So
it's
maybe use that as a bit of a compass as well, as like when you are feeling a bit off, maybe it's because you're off track, you know, you're off your and then bring yourself back to that. So
that's cool. Yeah,
cool. Lee and Carolyn, you girls, did you take anything away from that?
Just that everyone sort of has these little issues with themselves, but I think the main thing is sort of being vulnerable with people, and like you just said, being yourself, and some people like you for that and some people won't, and the ones that don't really matter.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's a hard thing to accept, isn't it? But
Yeah.
But you find that out as you get older, I swear. Like 10 years ago when I was 20, if I had friends just like drop off the planet, I would have been like, oh my God, like what did I do? Why do they not like me? Like what did I do to upset them? Blah, blah, blah. And now I swear, like ever since I turned 30, I was like, don't care. Have like 3 close friends that I would like, you know, move the earth for. And everybody else can just go away, basically. Yeah.
It's cool.
I find it quite interesting, like listening to your story, Amanda, just how similar it was to what I've been through maybe 3 years ago. It was like I had a job. It was really good and stable and all that, but I always wanted to do more traveling and stuff. And then the shearing happened and sucked me in, and that was a pretty good start. And I also tried this stuff with Instagram and gave up on it, and I'm a lot more happy without it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, girls. So go through that either with your accountability partner if you like. So set up a little thing. It is quite a good exercise to do. You can sort of see going through the questions. The way you ask it is, if I was to ask it and almost plant seeds in Amanda's head, like if I was to ask her and guide her through the question, she's not going to come to her own solution. So it's sort of like you ask the question and then it's completely up to their interpretation of the question. Because or else it's you're guiding them and it's not actually helping them figure out your own limiting beliefs. So it's a really good one to do. And like, even if you did it on your own and just answered it truthfully to yourself, you're probably going to get quite a lot out of that one. And it will help you come up with some different things. Okay. I better wrap this up, guys. But yeah, it's something that it can go either way too. Like when you use this stuff, I was like, Amanda could either just burst out in tears here, or it's like she'll come for a really cool breakthrough. So it's like sometimes it's like that's why I asked Amanda to do it rather than someone else, because at least we obviously got this coaching connection. But yeah, just sort of
Imagine
like
if you guys saw me cry, that would be a bit embarrassing.
hey.
Imagine if I cried.
Yeah, well, it's like, it does bring up like those memories, you know. So it's
Yeah,
like,
for sure. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, that's cool, girls. So yeah, have a go with that. Write it out. It's all in your Google Drive. Definitely fill that out and have a go. And that's basically concluded, I guess, the fire section of this 7-day course. So tomorrow we're on to the rebirth. So basically, now that we've identified our biggest challenges and what's holding us back, now we can go and figure out who we want to be and then move forward on to the next part. Cool. Sweet, guys. All right, guys,
And
we're going
real
to take
quick,
off now.
I just wanted to real quick jump in for Lee and Carolyn. I think a really good exercise that you girls can do for this whole rebirth phase now is to look at your wardrobe, like your clothes, and go through it. And I want you to get rid of all the clothes that don't serve you anymore. So anything that you've been holding on to, you know, like that dress that you had like 10 years ago that you're like, I'm going to fit back into that one day, or something like that. I want you to get rid of any clothes that don't make you feel like the person that you want to become, or is not your identity anymore. We want to get rid of those clothes. We don't need them anymore. They're not serving us. And you should probably, you should be dressing the way you want to and turning up every day the way you want to, as the person you want to be. So I reckon that'd be a really cool little activity. Just that's an extra one that Jill didn't have down, but I thought it's really cool.
Cool.
Aaron Birkby from Peak Persona taught us that one. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's awesome. Sweet.
Cool, guys.
We'll leave it there. Thank you, girls. And I hope
Thank
that
you.
was helpful, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Ready? Say bye.
Bye.
Bye, Hunter.